Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rudini Shaila binti Mat Samrif, matrix card number of AE180035. We'll be explaining to you about comparison between conductor and also insulator. So here we have copper to represent the conductor and glass to represent the insulator. So the major difference between conductor and insulator can be defined by the flow of charges of the particles under the influence of electric field. So if we look at the definition itself, we can see that conductor are elements that allow the flow of electric current through it by the application of voltage, but the insulator do not allow any flow of electric charge. In conductors, the valence band and conduction band are nearly close to each other since they overlap with each other. Under the influence of electric field, the charge carriers can easily move to the conduction band, and this results into easily flow of current through it. But in insulators, the energy gap is very high since the conduction band and valence band are separated by 6 volt energy gap, which make the charge carriers do not flow easily through them. As you can see, the conductors have very high in number of charge carriers, while insulators do not contain any charge carriers. This can be explained because the conductors current flows because of a negatively charged carriers called as electron. Since the charge carrier is very high, the current can flow easily due to the electrons. But in insulator, there are no free charge in them, which make it bad conductor because the current cannot flow between them. So if you look at the conductivity decrease and conductivity increase, in the case of conductors, resistance depends on the temperature. So the resistivity increase with the temperature, having a positive temperature coefficient on the resistance, which is inversely proportional to the conductivity decrease. So in insulator, having negative temperature coefficient of resistance, by providing the temperature to the conductor, the number of charge carriers will be decreased. But in insulator, the charge carriers will be increased. So by adding impurity to the conductor, we can see the resistance increase will then turn the conductivity to be decreasing. But in insulator, if you were to add any impurity to them, there are no effect. So the conductivity will increase. So if you were to look at the application of these examples of conductor and insulator, we can see that copper is mainly used in electrical cables and electronic industries because they are cheap and easily available. So they are mainly used in electrical cables and electronic industries. We can see them in our laboratory or any equipment over the electrical companies wires. While the insulator I choose glass as example because primarily they are used in the production of capacitors. That's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.